Hey y'all, it's Charla, and on this week's episode of Corn Fed, everyone's always asking me, how is it traveling with a bunch of smelly boys? Well, I'm gonna show you. Let's go. First off, it's van call. Well, some people jump on a tour bus, others jump in a white van and trailer. Well, we don't even have a white van anymore. It got totaled by a deer on our way back home from a South Texas gig. So if you know of anyone with a white van, please comment below and let me know, because I'm in the market right now. We all meet and we jump in a Suburban and my trailer, and we load the trailer, and it is hitting the highways on our way to Lubbock. Now, the fun thing about traveling with boys is it's always full of laughs. Chad and his crazy stories, Jake and his music, but Joel and Betsy are up front and they lead the way, and I know we're in good hands. Now, one thing you gotta be careful of is stopping for junk food. What you finding, Joel?
Stuff good. Only stuff extremely high in calories, disguised as fruits and nuts.
When you make your stop at the gas stations, you always gotta be, kind of steer clear of the junk food. Because let's be honest, traveling makes you hungry. And we always kind of have the good, clean rest stops picked out. So we know which ones to stop at and which ones not to. I'm sure you're the same way. But definitely on the way to Lubbock, we've traveled that highway up and down and we found the best ones. And the bluebonnets are blooming this time of year, so I actually made the guys get out and take bluebonnet pictures with me like we were 5 years old, and they loved every minute of it. Because sometimes you just gotta stop and smell the bluebonnets. And by the way, they stink. I actually think it's the rattlesnake pee that makes them stink. And sometimes we actually have a rehearsal in the van, and like Chad busts out his little computerized keyboard and we have a rehearsal right there. But it's also fun listening to music, going over the set list, lots of laughs. And on the way to Lubbock, of course, it's the high plains and we pass a lot of windmills. Well, here we are, 5.5 hours later. We have made it to Lubbock finally, and I dropped the guys off so they can load in and do a sound check, and then I run over and make my radio stop, and I get to visit with David Wilde from Red Dirt Rebel. They've always been huge supporters of my music, and I just love all those guys. JD and Neely Yates, they are so awesome. And then I come back and I kind of do my small little sound check, and then it's off to check into the hotel. And usually you don't have much time in the hotel, but it is great to just go in to a cold room and lay your head down, put your feet up for just a little bit. And then it is showtime. And I'm so excited. The bar was so packed because, of course, it was Bowen, but I actually had a lot of cornstalkers there. I was super excited to see everybody. And even my college roommate, Roxanne, came out to the show, so it was so good to see her. And I took the stage, and it was 90 minutes full of music and rockin' country. And I was so surprised to really see there was a whole bunch of people that were out there singing every word to every song. And that makes it so worth it. And then we ended the set with a bang, and I got off stage, and of course, there was no way I was leaving because Bowen was up next, and I just adore him. He is awesome, and so of course I was standing on the side of the stage singing every word to every song. But Wade is so talented, and his whole band. And see, they're one of those bands that kind of helped me get my start. He let me get up and just play with me and my guitar before, when I was first starting out on the music scene. It was crash and burn at about 1 a.m., 7 a.m. van call, and we hit the highway back to Fort Worth. Of course, we spent a lot of time passing the windmills on the way back home, and there was also a lot of sleeping going on. Now, all that junk food at road stops, I really steer clear of, and I usually just pack my lunch. So today's lunch is brown rice and chicken. Yum. Actually, oh my gosh, okay, you won't believe this, but at one of our rest stops, I actually saw Santa Claus. So if you're wondering what Santa Claus does on his months off, he's at rest stops on I-20 handing out candy canes, him and Mrs. Claus. I'm not even kidding you. So then we pull back into town, we unload the trailer, and one thing about it is having a band you're not just people that play music together. It really is a family, and I'm so glad that I found some good guys that actually shower, that are just good to the soul, and most of them play at church on Sunday morning, and they're just a good group of guys, and we're just one big family, and I'm really lucky to have found such a cool band called the Trainwrecks. Well, thanks for coming along with me. I hope you enjoyed the ride. Coming up next week on Corn Fed, I'm going to show you facial exercises. That's right, we're going to give you a facelift. Love y'all.